On Broadway, he's been in Prelude to a Kiss and Relatively Speaking. You know him from Police Academy and 3 Men and a Baby and countless other films, and you've got a play that you wrote about your life that's making the rounds. It was in Bay Street last summer. Please welcome Steve Gutenberg.
Hey, everybody. Jessica, I was at the Helen Hayes too, and it was such a beautiful, beautiful house to be in. It was like really was like a jewel. I agree with you. And I just want to say, what a great atmosphere to have all these incredibly talented people, and it's so informal, and it's so relaxed. And you know, so many award shows are so uptight and everything. I mean, of course, but everybody knows who wins, which is really nice. It's just wonderful for sort of like sitting around a kitchen table, it feels like. Everybody's super talented, but we're all together at one place. It's really nice. It's nice to be here. I want to tell one story, and then I'll leave. So I went out for The Outsiders, the movie, and I'm sitting on a metal chair in between Patrick Swayze and Tom Cruise. So I'm sitting there waiting to be called in, and Swayze looks at me and goes, "What are you going for?" So I go, "Pony boy." He goes, "You're too Jewish, man." And then I go, "You know what you're talking about." So Tom Cruise goes, "You're too Jewish, man." I go, "I'm not too Jewish." They go, "You're in." So I walked in there, and there's Carla, and I'm kind of nervous, and got a bunch of producers there. And I start to read, and actually he stopped me and goes, "Stop. You're too Jewish." And I walked in, and the two guys are like, "Yeah, right, you're too Jewish, right?" I go, "Yeah, excellent." Anyway, that's fine. Outsiders. I'm sorry Tony's not here to hear it. Anyway, so nice to see a lot of old friends here. So I want to talk about the outstanding revival of a play. A great revival will make you look at a show with different eyes and a new appreciation. And that's what a lot of critics have said about our next recipient. A hilarious, terrifying, and ultimately heartbreaking family reunion by Brandon Jacobs Jenkins. This year's outstanding revival of a play is appropriate.
I'm going to leave all the thank yous to you. About Brandon. I believe that Brandon is the youngest writer to ever win the Best Revival. And I thought about it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think. And I thought about it, and then I realized, if I think he's so bold, he does belong in a group including Chekhov, Ibsen, and Oscar.
That's right.
Brandon is a storyteller for our time. He writes funny, sad, human stories. His characters are not always likable, but they have complicated lives like we all have. Indulge me, I'm clearly not Sarah Paulson, but I'd like to quote something from Appropriate. All this life you live, what's it for if no one's there to tell you about it? To hold on to it and then give it back to you. To remind you of the things you forgot or never knew you even knew. I always thought that's what family was for. But we don't seem to be on the same page, do we, story-wise? We can't seem to get our stories straight. Or is family just a bunch of mismatched anecdotes you tell yourself when you need an excuse to explain how trapped you feel, or broken, or cheated? That's brilliant. I've always thought that my job was to open doors, and that imperative has been even stronger on Broadway. I can consider that I've opened a door for Brandon. And next season, and the season after that, and the season after that, we'll be blessed with a steady stream of incredible plays and musicals from this talented writer.
That was too much. Thank you so much, Carol. I mean, this is really a production award, so I just get to come up here and represent this amazing company of people who have been blessed with the opportunity to what was the word? Revitalize, revivify, whatever Jimmy said. This play that I wrote when I was like 25 years old, which is so embarrassing. I don't need to thank anyone in the company because I really just share this with them, but I will say Lila Neugebauer's name, who did really an incredible job bringing this story. I want to thank especially her partner, Kevin, and my husband, Cheo, who let us marry other people for 6 weeks in the fall. I want to thank Sarah, Corey, not to thank, I'm going to share this. Sarah, Corey, Michael, Ella, Elle, Lincoln, Everett, Alyssa, Graham, the entire cast, Barclay Stiff, our amazing stage manager, Dots, Jane, Bray, and Dee Dee, IDJ, who did the movie. Guys, we opened this in the fall, so please forgive me. It's a less fresh event. And I really honestly want to just celebrate Carol Rothman, which I was going to do first. But I think everyone's been saying this is like a good year for plays, but what we're not talking about is that all these plays began at nonprofits. And I think that we really should take our time to celebrate the fact that they are doing the work of holding this part of our tradition together. And Carol has been doing that work for 45 years. I'm so honored to be in her last season. Second Stage, correct me if I'm wrong, was started to give playwrights a second production of their plays. And no one else will give it. It's literally why it's called Second Stage. And I get to live very squarely in the crosshairs of that mission, and it's been transformative. It has been the surprise of my life. It's been icing on top of icing on top of cake. And I just want Carol to get her flowers because she didn't have to do this, guys. None of us have to be doing this, but she's done it for 45 years, and she's like architected a whole new world for the field. And I'm just so, so grateful to you, Carol. Thank you.